Hey guys, Mike from Mike Buys Houses here. After watching a few videos that we have made regarding foreclosures, a couple homeowners had reached out to me and asked how long after a foreclosure do they have to wait to buy their next property. And it's kind of a long answer depending on what type of loan you're going after, what type of loan you had, your credit score prior to the foreclosure and the missed payments, the extenuating circumstances that caused the foreclosure, all those kind of things. But basically, the key things to know is that a foreclosure is going to have a negative impact on your credit, and it's going to take time and work to fix. It's going to take a consistent stretch of making payments on time. The bank likes to see a long, continuous trend of good payments and a solution to the problem that caused the missed payments in the first time. And the things that banks are going to be looking for is good credit prior to the foreclosure issue starting, a one-time thing that caused the foreclosure, and that you have made fundamental changes to your financial habits to make sure that this never happens again. The reason that banks don't like to lend to people who face foreclosure in the past is because they feel it significantly increases their risk of default again, and banks are in the business of making money, if you didn't know, so they don't like when that happens. So we talked about some more specific details here and what they are. So if you were using a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac or a conventional based loan, like some of the other videos I mentioned, it's going to be about 7 years before they are okay with another loan for a mortgage for you. The minimum waiting period for these types of loans is 3 years, and if you go that route, then they're going to require more money down and also proof of extenuating circumstances usually. And what that means is there was a one-time thing that caused you to miss your payments, such as the death of the moneymaker in the family. They are not going to count something like divorce or not able to sell your house, not having enough equity. None of those kind of things are going to count. So it's going to have to be something very specific that they're looking for, and it also has to be something that was unique and a one-time thing, not something that is at risk of happening again. So if you have a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac loan, then it's going to be 7 years after a foreclosure until you can look to get another mortgage through those kind of companies. And again, if it's an extenuating circumstance, then it could be as low as 3 years. So as far as FHA loans, if you're trying to get an FHA loan after foreclosure, then the minimum waiting period is going to be 3 years. And similar to conventional and Freddie and Fannie Mae, FHA will allow you to use extenuating circumstances to shorten that period. Now, they don't actually specify an amount of time on their website, but if you look through it, I did find one spot where it talks about 1 year waiting period after an extenuating circumstance or bankruptcy. So both of those things are going to be a minimum of 1 year. And again, you're going to need extenuating circumstances, a specific, unique, one-time thing that caused the missed payments, in order to shorten that period from 3 years to as low as 1 year. So FHA and also USDA loans are 3 years after a foreclosure for the next mortgage. But again, FHA is going to allow for extenuating circumstances, which is going to shorten that period. The last most common loan that we hear most about when trying to buy a house after foreclosure is a VA loan. And if you are using a VA loan to get a mortgage after a foreclosure, then the minimum waiting period is going to be 2 years. Nothing on their website about any extenuating circumstances to shorten that period or anything. But if you think about it in the long term, 2 years really isn't too bad. That gives you enough time to improve your credit, gives you that time to make a track record of consistent payments after that one-time hardship. So 2 years for VA loans is how long it's gonna have to be before you are able to get a new mortgage after a foreclosure. So when facing a foreclosure or after a foreclosure, what kind of options do you have in order to get another mortgage if you'd like to buy another property? So your first option is going to be to just wait it out. Do the time and the work in order to improve your credit and show that track record of consistent payments. So what you're going to want to do during this period is make sure you make all your payments on time, pay down your debt, start saving for down payments, because like I mentioned, some of those loan backers like FHA, Fannie, Freddie, they may require more money down facing a foreclosure in the past. Detail out the hardship in writing that caused the missed payment. You want to be able to explain exactly what happened in the past, why you faced a foreclosure, and why that's not going to happen again. And lastly, don't open any new loan accounts. This goes as well as if you're just trying to get a mortgage. If you're in the process of applying for a mortgage and buy a new car at the same time or open a new credit line, then that can significantly impact your ability to get a loan. So those are just some of the tips. If you're going to take the first route of what option you have to buy a property after foreclosure is to just wait it out. And you can refer back to earlier in the video to see how long you're going to have to wait based on which type of mortgage you're going after. So the second option in order to get a property using a mortgage after a foreclosure is to use a private or a portfolio lender. They're going to have much less strict standards and guidelines, but you're going to pay for that via down payment and interest rates. So they're going to be more expensive, but they're going to be much less stringent as far as what is required. They're also going to require a bigger down payment, so that's another thing you're going to have to consider. And it's not like working with the conventional guys, like when you go down to the bank and apply for a mortgage. So it's going to be a little different. Reach out to me if you have any questions, if that's a route you'd like to explore, but keep in mind it is going to be much more expensive than the traditional route with a conventional loan. I hope this video was able to provide some assistance. If you are behind on your payments or facing foreclosure and you're watching this video because you're trying to see how long after a foreclosure you can purchase a property again, then I highly suggest you reach out to me at 267-984-4765 or visit us at MikeBuysHousesPA.com and fill out the form there. We'd love to connect with you and see how we can help. And we'd love to teach you how we can actually help you sell your property, avoid foreclosure, and improve your credit all at the same time. So if that's something that you would like to explore while trying to avoid foreclosure and plan for your future, then definitely reach out to me. Like I said, you can reach me at 267-984-4765 or visit us at MikeBuysHousesPA.com, and we would love to help you.